Okay, so this is my video on relative pronouns and adjectives, pronombres y adjetivos relativos. Okay, we're going to try and keep it quite simple. So it basically joins two clauses together. So if you don't know what a clause is basically two sentences with a conjugated verb. So it's not in the infinitive form, to do, to play, to whatever. It's in the changed form for whatever pronoun we've got. So she does is the conjugated verb. Plays would be a conjugated verb. Okay. So, for example, the girl who was the next door neighbour moved to Spain. So the was is a conjugated verb. It's the past tense of the verb to be. So we've got that in that sentence. So the Spanish would be la chica que o quien era el vecino se mudó a España. So our common relative pronouns are que and quien, or quienes if it's plural. So que is either who, or quite sometimes who, that or which, and quienes is used for people, for who. So the quienes is the one with the yes, is the who when the who is plural. Okay. So those are common ones we use together. If we have ones that are followed by prepositions, so prepositions like in or but, in or with or without, then we have to use something slightly different. So we either use el or la cual, or el or la que, or if it's a plural form, los o las cuales, or los o las que. Now the el and the la, or the los and the las, refer back to the noun to which it refers to. So we'll have a look at an example in a minute, but if it's a masculine singular one, we'd use el. If it's a masculine feminine, if it's a feminine one, we'd use la. If it's masculine plural, we'd use los, and if it's feminine plural, we'd use las. Okay. So let's have a look at this. And if it's a preposition and it's referring to people, we quite often use quien or quienes after the preposition. So let's give an example. El instituto en el que estudiamos está en Canterbury. So the school in which we study is in Canterbury. So the en is our preposition. El que, we're using el because it refers back to the school, which is masculine. We could have put el cual, so either of those are interchangeable. In which we study is in Canterbury. Okay, so we've got our preposition en, the which, or the that we could say as well. And that refers back to this masculine noun here. So we've got one preposition en in bold, but also we've got some other ones. So we've got of, or to, or at, or from, or by, or on, or about, or for, or with, or without. So in Spanish, de, these refer to the ones above. A, de, por, sobre, para, con, and sin. So after all of those, we use these sorts of prepositions. And then relative adjectives. These join clauses together as well, but they're followed by a noun, so they work like as an adjective would work. So if the noun after it is masculine, we use cuyo, cuya if it's feminine, cuyos if it's masculine plural, and cuyas if it's feminine plural. So if we give you an example, el rey cuya esposa se llama Sofía fue a Madrid. So the king, whose wife, so it's wife because it's feminine, esposa, so we use cuya, who's called Sofía, went to Madrid. Okay, so we join these two together, and we've got this adjective, this relative adjective in the middle there. All right. So some practice. If you just pause it after this, after I've gone through it, and then you can have a go, and then I'll go through the answers. Okay, so the answers. So the first one, la gente quien vive aquí es simpática. Or you could use las personas quienes viven aquí son simpáticas. You want to use the plural form. La carretera por la cual, we're using there's a preposition here, so we've got la referring back to the road. Por la cual, or la que andamos al instituto es tranquila. We know with whom we're going to party. Sabemos con los que, or do you remember I said we could use people, quienes for people, los que or quienes vamos a la fiesta. Or we could put los cuales in here as well. El instituto al que asistimos es muy viejo. So do you remember in the last one I put asistir a? So to which. So in English, we tend to not finish the sentence. We're not supposed to finish the sentence with a preposition. So literally this means to which we attend. Okay. But we need to put the a plus the l when we're doing it in the preposition there. Okay, next one. Los españoles quienes que pensaron, again if you're using preterite or imperfect here, que era muy peligroso. tenían razón. El papel que el deporte tiene en nuestra vida es muy importante. Fui a la playa de la cual hablamos ayer. Jugó al tenis en la pista que está cerca de nuestra casa. Los españoles por todas partes quienes están esperando o esperan, if we can use the present tense, los resultados de las elecciones son muy nerviosos. Las oficinas en las cuales o en las que trabajan están cerradas hoy. Los niños cuyos padres les dejan ver la televisión son negligentes. El primer ministro, cuyas leyes son muy estrictas, se dirigirá a la nación esta tarde o esta noche. Okay. Are there any more? No, that's it. Okay, so if we're not sure, go back through the video and you can have a little look to see why you got some wrong. If there's any questions, just post them at the bottom of the video and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible.